All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt Kemp and Harry Kenyon from QuantumDigital. Before we get started, I believe James Angelo would like to say something to everyone.
Hey, everybody. This is James Angelo, the broker at Florida Homes Realty. I am extremely excited to introduce QuantumDigital. This is at least half a year in the making. We've actually went out and we purchased this mid to early of 2017, and we've been working on the templates and the construct so we can deliver this product. It truly is amazing. A multitude of agents had spotted some of their outbound material and like some of the markets like St. Augustine and so forth, where some of the agencies like Berkshire Hathaway and so forth were using them to do trigger marketing or direct mail. And some of the agents actually were nice enough, they brought it to my attention that are in our company. And sure enough, went through it, really evaluated the product, and it is tremendous. It is a very exceptional core foundation marketing template piece that's going to really give you guys a lot of competitive ability. And it will, because we've put in the upfront effort, a lot of the templates are done, the logos are there, a lot of the construct is already done, even the templates that will go out like on a yearly basis by themselves. A lot of that's already constructed for you. And of course, you also have the opportunity to customize it. Because we have this master account, and every agent, I believe, can get their own individual account through us, there's a tremendous cost savings when you actually try to do the digital marketing or direct marketing. So I'm just extremely excited. Again, it's been well over half a year in the making to put this together. It is a fantastic marketing system, and I'm very, very happy that we've got this in-house for everybody. All right, go ahead, sir.
So really what we're going to cover is, for the first half, the Quantum 12-month marketing system. It's going to be how our product line overlays with the sales cycle that's within the real estate industry. And then the second half is I'm going to give you a little bit of an education on the Facebook marketplace, the difference between a boost and a post, and then how a trigger marketing social sponsored Facebook ad will work for you to deliver leads. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. So this is kind of the real estate marketing reality. Depending on where an agent is in their career or what style of agent they are, they're either doing some prospecting, some marketing, or some networking. Now, as we break this down into a product focus cycle, as soon as you start into a new area, let's say there's a neighborhood that you want to start farming because you want to start operating in that area. So you're going to have to start doing some farming campaigns, some drip campaigns, and we're not saying that this is going to be the only tool in your tool chest, but this is definitely a necessity in your tool chest. So what that prospecting and farming will do is you're going to start getting leads. So then you're going to have to start putting out, you're start getting listings. So you're going to have to start putting out some marketing materials such as just listed, just sold, and open house. Now, within that marketing, it's going to turn into sales and or leads that are going to expand your SOI. Now, from there, around in the cycle, you're going to need to stay in touch and continue your networking, because as you all know, a good follow-up campaign will keep you top of mind within an area that you're farming. And as you can kind of see, the entire cycle is pretty self-sufficient on itself. So kind of what we've laid out here is a farming campaign, farming products that turn into listings and solds that you'll be able to market around those as well. And then you're also going to want to stay in touch with like a monthly direct mail and a lead nurturing campaign.
Excellent. Hi, everyone. This is Harry. So what I'm going to kind of start off with here is how our tools work with each other. The first thing being farming. So we have a great listed and sold tool for when you have listings, but in order to get some listings, or if you're a newer agent, you're going to have to pick an area and go in and really farm that area. We have a program called AutoMail that's in the system, And the idea behind that is to set up a 12-month or however frequent you'd like it campaign in 3 easy steps. Selecting a list that you want to market to, selecting a card series that speaks to the market that works with what you want to say, and then just executing that. There's no setup fees for this. It's just the per piece cost each month for the mailing. So but it's something you can set up really easy and not have to think about it throughout the month. We'll take care of the rest for you. We have tools in here that if you find an area you want to market, let's say we have a listing feature called Street Mail, for example, where you can put in a zip code and it'll list all the streets within that zip code. And you can go in and select the streets you want to mail to, even odd or even doing odd or even numbers. You can even target a neighborhood address and then do the neighbors around that property and the area around that, or you can go in and use a Google map to draw out an area you want to market to. Apply some target demographics that we have. We break things down from as simple as doing a annual income to really drilling down into the deed information. But the idea is just to set up an area. The series we have series like things for doing recipes. We have a series that's more focused on just putting out images about patriotism, things like that. But we also have series like the one that's on the screen here, which is about boosting your home value, something that really speaks to what you do as a profession. Each card is unique to the recipient, so it's going to have the recipient's information on the card. It's addressed to, let's say, John, and it gives a little bit of information on the card. It also has your information as an agent, but the recipient can take that information and visit a landing page, which is going to give them information for their neighborhood snapshot that's based on their neighborhood.
Yeah, we're just saying that this is an example of what you're seeing right there. As soon as the user engages with those communication points on that card, it's going to send them to this landing page that you see here. And because each one is unique to that address, it's going to pull in that neighborhood or that house area's market snapshot.
Right, and so the landing page is also branded to the agent as well, so they can contact you through the landing page if they're looking to maybe work with you, or they can call you up with your contact info on the page that's up here. When somebody does that, since we have their information on the card and we know who they are and they're using a unique identifier, we know who they are. So we'll send you a lead letting you know that this person is visiting the neighborhood snapshot page, and that can set you up with getting in contact with them. So as you're farming a neighborhood, hopefully that'll lead to new listings. So with that, we have a tool that's we're really proud of. It's called Trigger Marketing. We've taken the idea of going in and designing a listed postcard, and we've kind of taken that on ourselves. So every day we get a data feed from the MLS of any new listings that are in the MLS, and we link that to the agents that those listings belong to. So you might see it, what you'll see is an email that comes to you that says, did you list this property? Click here to place your order to send out 100 cards to the neighbors surrounding it. So we do a geo-target around the property that's being marketed, and we're looking for likewise homes. So if it's a $400,000 home, it's going to try to find other homes that are within that price range, and it's going to send a card to those neighbors. So when they receive the card, they look like these here, and they're actually in the Florida Homes and Mortgage colors. And these cards are also unique to the recipient. So when they receive this, they'll have a unique code on there as well. When they are interested in looking at that property, it'll take them out to a landing page that's specific to the property that's being marketed. So we pull in all the MLS information, the price, the photos, the MLS description. And when they do that, we then send you an email with that too, that lets you know that this person is visiting the site and is interested in checking out this property. It's really a cool lead system with that. Now, once they visit this landing page, they can also click there's what we call our hot lead link, and they can fill out some information to get in contact with you a little bit easier and quicker. So that was with the direct mail piece. We also, with this, offer a Facebook part of it, where we do a Facebook ad with the same idea. So we do a geo-target around the property that's being marketed, and anyone within that area, whether they're on a PC or on a cell phone and they're logged into Facebook, will see your ad. They don't have to be following you. They don't have to be linked to anybody who is. It's just going to be anybody who's within that area. So they'll see the ad looks something like this here, and it'll have your information up here for your Facebook info. So when somebody clicks through this, if they're interested in taking a look at this property, they're asked some qualifying questions, whether they're looking to buy, sell, or if they're just interested in checking out the landing page. They'll go out to a landing page just like with the direct mail piece that's specific to the property. But the lead information will then come to you directly as well with the qualifying question answered. So with these, we ask for the name, email address, phone number, everything.
And we're going to get into that in a little bit more detail in the second half. But Harry just wanted to give you an overview to let you know that is in addition to the product line.
Right. So as you do just listed and just sold pieces, and you're receiving notifications back, leads and things like that, we always get these questions of, well, what, with the warm lead notification, it's usually just going to be the name and the mailing address because it's the first point of contact. What should I do with that information? And there's a lot of things you could do, as far as we've even had people say that they will go out and visit the property and just do go knock on the door and try to meet with the people, or they might leave a business card there. We have some programs in place for staying in touch with something like that. Kind of like our farming tool, you can go in and select a series as just a point of contact, so that they're getting a hit each month, or however frequent you want to send out to. You set up the times you want to send it, the series you want to send, and we save these lead lists on your website, on your accounts, and it's titled as a lead response list. And so you can easily just set that up and send those out as frequent as you like. We always suggest doing at least quarterly, if not maybe as frequent as monthly, just to keep in front of people. So when somebody receives that card, they'll again get a snapshot of the neighborhood that they if they scan the information, so they'll see that there's information and things happening in a neighborhood. And then, of course, we send you back that information, letting you know that the person is contacting the website. So the idea with this is what we call our real estate lead funnel, is getting impressions out into the market, which hopefully generates some leads back to you, which then generates, of course, listings.
So as you can see, this is kind of an example right now of what we would suggest on, we'll say like a $500 a month example. The staying in touch cards, $125 a month, or roughly $100. This could vary on agent to agent, market to market, listing to listing. But really what we're suggesting is about 60% spent on repeat advertising, because you want to treat yourself like a brand. You want to create brand awareness, and you want to keep yourself top of mind. So given that, what we would see with about $500 a month, about 1,600, a little over 1,600 impressions, about 250 leads. This will generate roughly 6 to 9 listings. Of course, this is an assessment of what we've seen in the market of people that utilize, roughly $500 a month, with 60% spent on repeat advertising. But as you can see, it applies to each stage in the sales process, and it's really creating brand awareness for you on the individual agent level, on the team level, and on the brokerage level. And then it's once you get those listings and want to run those open houses, it's going to be a really powerful lead generating process for you. And then as you add to your SOI, you're going to be able to stay in touch. So it's really, as we said before, it's a self-sustaining system. It works on itself. And, as we said, this is not going to be the only tools in your chest, but these are definitely a necessity to be an effective marketer within any market. So now what we're going to move directly into is how to spend less and get more from Facebook. We kind of put this together as primarily an educational piece with a little bit of a product explanation at the end. And the reasoning behind that is there's a lot of agents out there that say they do some Facebook marketing and they are just doing organic posts, and they're maybe doing a boosted post. They're not really sure on the difference between an impression and a lead. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go over the state of Facebook in general, what the difference between a boost and a post is, and then I'm going to kind of walk you through the online marketing funnel, what it is and how it works. And then at the end, as I said, it's going to be primarily educational, but we'll do a little product walkthrough of Trigger Marketing Social, which that is the Facebook just listed, just sold, and open house that you're going to have available to you as well. So kind of just breezing through this is all kind of well-known numbers, but just to educate you a little bit, there's 2 billion active users on Facebook. That means about 214 million US users, and all these folks are spending 25 hours plus on Facebook a month. And what may be surprising to you is, as you can see over here, baby boomers, Gen Xers, and millennials really aren't spending that much of a difference of time on there. So I know it's kind of the general idea that millennials are spending an exponential more amount of time on Facebook and social media in general as compared to the baby boomers, but that's just not the case. What we've seen, especially this year for Facebook, is 65 million business pages are now active, and that's, of course, is worldwide. That means 96 million page posts per day. So what that's creating is essentially a pay-to-play algorithm and market dynamic within Facebook. So that means that if you have 100 people that follow your real estate business page, every time you post something, 2%, it's 2 to 3% of those people are actually seeing it. So the reason behind that is they're starting to monetize Facebook's newsfeed on a level that we've never seen before. So really what that's forcing page owners and small business owners to do is to now jump into the pay-to-play atmosphere. So also keep in mind there, 3 million businesses now advertise on Facebook, and that's a 33% increase up from last year. So Facebook knows what they're doing. They monetized over 8 billion in Q1 of this year. I believe the numbers are coming out for Q3, and I think they're 10 billion. So it very much so is a pay-to-play atmosphere. But we're going to show you the two options that you have between a post and a boost, and then we're going to show you how Trigger Marketing Social kind of finds that loophole in there, and we'll get you basically more performance for your money. So as you all know, from your page, this is a page post. There's pros and cons to this. You could drop in a new listing, send it out there into the marketplace. You're showing your page visitors that you're active, you're social media savvy, and this is at no cost to you. Of course, the cons, we said 2 to 3% of the people are going to see that. So, you're not spending any money on it, but that return on investment as far as what your time is worth, you're going to have to make that distinction if, reaching 2 to 3% of your followers is really worth all that time intensiveness that goes along with Facebook marketing. Now, what you could also do is, this is an example here, new construction colonial now in the market. That's only going to reach 4 people. So what you could do is boost to your current followers. So really you're just paying for more people that already follow you to see that post. It's going to have some very simple targeting. Really, you're just paying X amount of money that will net you X amount of views on this. So this is very much so an impression-based ad. So once you boost a post, you're going to get all these metrics coming back saying that, 1,000 people saw it or 500 people saw it. But really all that's doing is essentially a brand awareness campaign on you as an agent. It's not really going to net any leads, and any type of follow-up that you want to do is going to be rather difficult if you're just kind of following how many people have liked your post or if people have shared it. So this is going to journey us into and segue into the marketing funnel and what it is and how it works and why. So here's your standard marketing funnel. Here's Bob. Bob is cold because he doesn't have a shirt. So what he wants to do is find a place that sells a shirt that he likes. He's now entered the awareness level, but once he finds a shirt that he likes, he's expressed some interest, so he's going to look it up online. Well, he finds a place in town that has it, so now he's going to reach out to contact them by showing up to the store. And then now he has made that purchase, and as you can see, Bob now has a shirt. So real estate marketing funnel works very similar. The awareness level would be once a user either sees a web ad, a postcard, newspaper, Google, they're either aware of you as an agent or they're aware of the listing. So if they express a little bit of interest, they're going to go to your agent website. They're going to look it up on a variety of online avenues, Zillow, Trulia, whatever the case may be. Or they're going to get one of your flyers, investigate your Facebook page, or go to an open house. Now, contact level, this is either lead generating form, a phone call, an email directly to you. And then once they become a client, that's where they hit the purchase level. Now, with real estate, there is also a secondary funnel, which they are going to be really happy about their experience with you. So they're going to tell a friend, post it on social media, which then that's going to come back around to generate a contact lead, a phone call, or an email from that secondary funnel to you, which then will go down into a purchase. So as you can see, postcards, website, phone call, like these are traditional avenues that prospective clients would be reaching out to you. So this is how an average web funnel works. There's about 1,000 Bobs out there, and they look you up on either Facebook, Google, or Zillow. Whatever advertising you're doing, or whether it's Zillow, Google, or Facebook, they're going to hit that awareness level because 1,000 of them are going to be reached. Now, what we see about the industry average, 2%, which would be about 20 of those Bobs, have any interest or click on the website. So whenever it goes down to the contact form, about 5% of those people, about 5% of those Bobs will fill out the form to reach out to you for more information. And then normally what we see is 10% of that, which as you can see, out of 1,000 Bobs, that's only 0.1% of a purchase, which that's not a full Bob at all. So as you can see here, as you go down through the funnel, it becomes more, you start losing more and more of your audience, more and more of the interest. So what we have done is we created a funnel hack that essentially will launch a Facebook ad with 1,000 Bobs. They're going to see this advertising. We're going to skip the interest level because as soon as they click on learn more, then they're going to be prompted to just hit the contact button and submit their information. And we're already integrated with the Facebook API, so all we have to do is ask them that qualifying question if they're just curious, if they're buying or if they're selling. And we're already going to have all that information pulled in from their Facebook credentials. And then that's, as you can see, one full sale right there because we've completely cut something out of the funnel. And that's kind of how we hack this, is basically cutting out the middleman or the middle steps in that consumer purchase pathway that once they go from awareness all the way to purchase in the fastest and easiest way possible. So now getting into the inner workings of trigger marketing social, very, very much so in line with what Harry was saying earlier. Once you get a listing, you're going to get an email that looks like this. And what you're going to have is the option to either promote this listing through postcards, through a just listed Facebook post, or an open house.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out as well, when we push these out for all the users, for all you agents to see this, this is what you might see in your email. Is it's going to be a listing just like this. It comes from Learn More Now, but it'll simply have your agent name, Sally, mark your new listing in just seconds, and it splits between the Facebook ad and the direct mail piece. So with this, if you're looking to do a direct mail order, you just hit Proof Postcard and then Order Now. We take care of the rest. And then with doing the Facebook, you would select what you want to do, whether it's the open house or if it's a just listed. You'll select that and then move along in that process. I just wanted to comment on that real quick.
And the great thing about this is, there's no automatic sign-up fee, there's no cancellation fee, so you can kind of tailor your marketing to the listing, to the market, to your current portfolio, and even to your budget. So you can do each one of these. You can do 2 of them. You can do 1 of them. You can do none of them. So if you have a property that you think that you only need to put Facebook dollars behind, and you don't think it's the right market for a postcard push, then you have that option. Or if you have a property that you think you're going to need to get a lot of eyes on and a lot of interest in, then you could promote an open house, do a just listed Facebook ad, and also do a postcard campaign as well. So this dynamic ad creation, this just kind of showcases what we've already talked about: just listed, just sold, and open house. What we mean by multivariate automated testing of all ad components, that's really just a fancy way of saying we're constantly testing the results of each of these whenever it comes to copy, whenever it comes to the imagery, and whenever it comes to the call to action. So what some of you may be wondering is why there's so little copy on these, and what we've seen directly. We'll give you an example later on, but the less copy that you have on there is going to generate more interest and more intrigue, and that means, that's going to compel these Facebook users to click that Learn More Now button right there to go get that more information, and then you're going to get that lead in the process. So here's how we're going to go through and tell you how Facebook ad bidding works, and then how deploying this Facebook ad is kind of a loophole in the system. So let's say that this is your marketplace, Miami-Dade County. So there is a biking company that wants to target people ages 25 to 65, and they want to reach 100,000 of them. So they're going to pay the money for that. But also in that market, there's a hiking company that wants to reach folks 25 to 65. They want to reach 70,000 of them. Well, also there's a parenting company that wants to reach parents 30 to 45, and they want to reach 200,000 people. And then there's a local Mercedes dealership that says, I want to reach 125,000 people, ages 35 to 65, and we're going to deploy that. This is all going on at the same time, and here's your boost campaign. So as you can see, if you're trying to play in this pay-to-play arena with these other folks that are throwing down considerable larger amounts of money, they're actually buying those demographics over you. It's not everybody's equal marketplace. So as you can see right here, you might have overlap with 1, 2, 3, or maybe 4 other companies that are buying those demographics. So essentially what you're going to get is the lowest rated demographics that still fall in there. But with Trigger Marketing Social, you are able to cover this amount of area, because what we have is a likely mover profile. So that allows you to have a geo-targeted Facebook ad that pinpoints identifiably likely buyers and sellers. Now, through our algorithm, we have 1,000 different data points. It's a very refined process. It's everything from geez, you're gonna have to help me out here, Harry. There's median household incomes, school ratings, tax records, let's see, price of vehicles. It's too many to name.
Yeah, you got tax information, you have the MLS information as well as deed info and things like that thrown in there.
So I mean, it's one of the most comprehensive mover profiles, and what that allows us to do is cover this area versus that area in a way by pinpointing every single one of these buyers within that area. Now, the way the lead generation works is the landing page is built into the ad. It's going to be targeting these likely movers, and then they're going to see, hey, I want to learn more about this property. So they're going to submit their information, and instead of waiting for the agent to contact them with any information about the property, all they have to do is view the website, and this is going to be automatically generated. As Harry said before, we're integrated into the MLS, so all of this is generated in real time. So it's going to take all the time-intensive aspects out of Facebook marketing that usually take up your time, and it's going to be done automatically. So this is going to give them, this is going to be branded to you. It's going to give them a snapshot on the area and information about the property as well.
And we immediately send you a lead notification letting you know that this person's visiting the site. So you have that right in your email box.
Yeah, so this is going to get sent to you in real time as soon as they hit that landing page. When you think about the consumer experience, this is going to give them the information that they want right away, but you're already going to get that lead information sent to you in real time as well. So what we're going to do at the end of your campaign, we're going to send you a little recap. We're going to say, this is all for just one listing. If you did a three-day campaign, we'd show you how many leads you got. We would show you the demographics of your clicks, and then also we'd show you how many views you had and then how the demographics kind of break down in those. So then that way you're able to compare this to other Facebook marketing that you've done and other properties that you've worked on as well. So you can really see where your money's going, and then also you'll be able to export those leads to expand your SOI, and then you could use those in, we'll say, nurturing campaigns or farming campaigns for a certain area. So also keep in mind that whenever this goes live, this is going to be geo-targeted around an area that's outside your sphere. So this will have your realtor Facebook page, your business page on there, and all of this, all the photos and the write-up is going to be automatically generated from the MLS. But as this goes into market, this is going to be outside of your Facebook user following. So this is still going to be another chance to do essentially geo-targeted farming for people that maybe have not seen your face or your name in that area. So once they go through this whole process, you're now going to get your leads. You can export those into your SOI, and you can keep all this data for analysis on that market area and really see how it's performing there.
Yeah, with that campaign, so you had like 2,000 people who actually viewed the ad, and then what was it, 215 people who
clicked through,
showed interest, and then 16 people who actually filled out the information. So it's really great info.
Yeah. So this is kind of what we're seeing. Well, roughly an average typical campaign. What we'd see is as an open house, you would be able to modify that date and time there to let people know. And usually in a 3-day campaign for open house, you'll see roughly 10 to 15 leads. Of course, this is an approximation. I mean, we've seen I think the highest lead count we've seen on one 3-day ad was 75.
Yeah, 70. We had somebody who actually got 75 leads from one 3-day ad.
Now, granted, that's on the very high end.
Right.
But we have seen some really great numbers since we launched this product, a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. So really, what it comes down to is for a 3-day ad, it's $99. You're getting a lot for it. You're getting the creation, the optimization, the reporting, no contracts, and you can kind of just buy when you want. And of course, here we have some testimonials from folks that have used it, really liked it, and will continue to use it. So as of right now, that kind of wraps us up there. I'm going to go ahead and open up for questions. If you do not have any questions, just go ahead and remember that our 800 number, we have a call center that is operational during business hours, Monday through Friday. They are subject matter experts that can walk you through any process in the account setup, or if you have any questions whatsoever. And then also, if you want to email info@quantumdigital.com with any questions or concerns you have, we can absolutely set those up and get that taken care of you as well.
Yeah, and I also want to mention too, when you call the 800 number during our office hours, you're always going to get a live voice. We have a fantastic customer support team with a tenure that's average of over 8 years each. They go through the order process on a daily basis, so no question is too big. They will walk through the whole thing with you if you need to get set up, things like that, which is going to happen with a new account. Most of the, I think, as far as I know, everybody should have an account already, signed up with your email address and your I think it's your first name is the password. But you can always give us a call and we can find that info for you and help get your information set up as well. Our call center too, our customer support team is also empowered to do whatever they need to do to make sure you're happy. We have what we call our WOW policy, and they are empowered to, if there's an issue with an order or anything like that, we want to find out what the cause of the order is, and we're going to do whatever it is that's fair to make you happy.
All right. Well, right now we're going to go ahead and open it up to questions. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of start from the first one and work down. Let's see. First question is, where are we located? We are based out of Austin, Texas. We have been here for 31 years, and we don't have any plans of relocating.
Yeah, just to give you a little history on the company, we were founded 31 years ago by a man named Jim Damon, who was a former lieutenant governor for the state of Michigan. And when he retired from public service, he had always lived his life in service, something that's very big with his family. But when he retired from public service, he moved to Austin and developed what we call our quantum systems. First through direct mail, primarily working with dot matrix printers, things like that, to what we have now. We have state-of-the-art printing materials, or printers and things like that. Everything we do is digital. None of it's an offset. We also, on top of postcards and direct mail pieces, we also do business cards, flyers, brochures. So if you need things like that, if you need a brochure, you can go in and if you have an upload you want to do, if you have an upload or something, or if you want to use one of our templates, you can do that. But we print everything in-house, and we also do the mailing in-house as well. We pre-sort everything, so each card is going to have the barcode scanner for the post office. We do the pre-sorting here to make everything move faster. Almost every direct mail order is going to be in the mail stream within 24 hours. It's very rare that it's not, unless there's an issue. Also, any orders, if you needed brochures or business cards, if we have an order in by 3 p.m. Eastern time, we can have that to you the very next business day if you need it. And orders for our on-demand print of over $49.95 will have the free standard shipping, which is usually 2 to 5 days. So our thing is always to try to make everything quick and fast for everybody, and try to take a lot of the heavy work out of your hands. The templates that we have that are available that you can customize, everything is go in and fill out the form information, and that's it. You won't have to be a designer or anything. And again, as we mentioned earlier, we always encourage people to give our call center a call to help them get through that process.
Let's see. Sorry, we're just kind of scrolling through these next questions. Someone fairly new and doesn't have any listings yet, just looking to build positive client leads for home purchase or selling homes. yeah, this would be what you could use there. If you do not have any listings yet, you wouldn't be able to use trigger marketing or trigger marketing social because that is triggered by a listing from the MLS. But what you would be able to do is a farming campaign within a certain area that you want to market yourself, and then that would start generating some leads for you, which would then turn into listings.
Yeah, that's the great point about our target demographics too, because as new agents, a lot of folks, not everybody has, or maybe they've exhausted their friends and family. So we can go in and pick a neighborhood you want to mail to, and pin through our target demographics and really find the type of person you want to market to. Yeah, one of the questions that popped up here is the farming also the $99 for 3-day campaigns? So the Facebook portion of it currently is based on a listing event, whether it's open house, listed, or sold. So that with that, it's based on the listing event. So our auto mail farming program that we have, and it's kind of what we call our set it and forget it type of program. The minimum for those is only 20 pieces through the direct mail system, and they start at 81 cents a card for the Auto Mail Plus, and that has all the response channels and everything on it. So depending on the size of your list and things like that, it's with our direct mail, it's always just going to be that per piece price. We don't have a breakdown as far as if you do 1,000 versus 100. Since we pre-sort in-house, everything has that locked-in price.
All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and sign off now. I feel that we've answered all the questions. Again, if you have any questions that pop up, please feel free to call the customer service center. The number is right there on the screen. We also have contact points at QuantumDigital.com. So feel free to let us know if there's any questions you have. We will answer anything that comes up, and we will help you get started generating leads and getting that great marketing style done. So, all right, guys, thank you very much, and we will talk to you soon.